Hi guys, I'm George from Pop Entertainment. How are you guys today?
Peace, good morning, or good afternoon, depending where you're at.
Well, no, you sure you're not? You look like you might be in my house.
No, I'm currently in West Virginia at college right now. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Coming from suburbs of Philly, you know how it is. It's a culture shock, but it's been fun. All right, so let's just hop in. Can you talk to me about what it's like as we're nearing the 30th anniversary of WuTang, and to see that the group and you guys are still as culturally relevant as you were in the 90s, and which is a hard thing to maintain. So just talk me through, like, what's the impact of that for you?
I think purity, something that's pure, always exists, right? Like a diamond, it's going to still be a diamond, you know? And I think Wu is like that. I think we were one of those diamonds that was discovered by the audience, by the fans, you know, and also the discovery of ourselves and coming together with our unity. I think it's like a diamond value. And so no matter what, every generation is going to recognize the value of a diamond one day, right? Yeah. And so here we are, you know, close to 30 years later, and I think it's really poignant that that Wu-Tang is being put back in front of the world in a new way, in a new medium, but yet still being a source of inspiration.
Yeah. Alex, were you a Wu-Tang fan previously? And so if you were, did this become kind of a passion project? And how did you just get involved with this show?
Was a huge Wu-Tang fan. In fact, I probably thought I knew everything about Wu-Tang until I met RZA, and I was like, oh, I don't know nothing about Wu-Tang. And so it's beyond a passion project. You know what I mean? It would have been a passion project if RZA wasn't my partner, if it was just a story. But, you know, it's a great responsibility. I mean, I felt the same way about Watchmen, but, you know, even more so in that, you know, RZA's my partner. You don't ever want to let him down or, you know, not come through. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. It's beyond that for me.
Oh, yeah. I totally feel you. For both of you, what made you decide it was time to share that this story of Wu-Tang with the world? And also, I'm wondering what made you guys decide to do a TV show over, like, the popular music biopic that's made a resurgence recently?
Well, that's a great question. I'll paraphrase and pass the mic to Alex. We felt that Wu-Tang can't be contained in 2 hours. It's going to be hard to contain it in 20, 30, 40, and 50 hours because there's a lot of story there. So we just wanted to really open up that door and let all the inspiration, the obstacles, all that be put in front of our audience. So maybe it could be a map for another young mind. And I'll pass the mic to Alex.
Yeah, I mean, especially getting to know RZA and knowing all the things. I'm like, you know, that wasn't really on the table at that point. I think what may have been on the table was like, oh, is this maybe a limited? And even then, I felt like it would be kind of a disservice because there's so much story there. And the nerd in me was like, nah, man, we got to show, because the nerd in me will watch some other, you know, music biopics that will remain nameless that will be like, no, but, you know, I remember, you know, reading about this. Why is that not in the movie? Or like, what is it? I know this person wrote this song. Why is that not in the movie? So, like, you know, to me, this was built to be told over many hours.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt, you know, once him and I got to sit down.
Yeah. And something I've been wondering personally is, what was it like working with TJ Adams for all of you, trying to figure out how to properly portray such a polarizing and complex figure like ODB, who's like always stood out to me. Ever since
I see you though, you're repping Philly though. That's cool.
Yeah.
I know you're repping Philly too. You know what I mean? So, you know, you gotta go hometown on that. But yeah, sorry, I had to cut you off.
No, you're completely fine.
Yeah, but also, if you look at TJ, he's actually standing out.
Yeah.
You know, we as creators and going in our writer's room, we paced him as well. One thing me and Alex both can say is that we pacing the story like we pace an album. It starts off with Blame the Ruckus. You don't hear ODB on Blame the Ruckus, but by the time you hear him on Shame, you're like, yo. And then he goes twice on Shame. You know what I mean? So point being made is that when you look at TJ in the first season. You meet him, you don't actually get deep into him, and then on the second season, we take you to his neighborhood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you're like, wow, I love this guy even more, especially when he yells out, "I'm the one man army, a son." You know what I mean?
I totally feel you. All right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and congratulations on your success. What you guys are doing is really fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
So much. Have a good one.